Hey guys, this is Liz with Olive Branch Studios. I have had a day of just relaxing and painting on this Saturday of Easter week. Thank you, Jesus, for all you do for us and all you have done. I just want to put that out there. I have been painting and just relaxing, and it has been glorious. I did a few landscapes, and then I started doing some coffee mugs. I don't know why coffee mugs, but I think I've become obsessed with them. But I started doing some in succession here, and this one, my masking fluid just didn't work out at all. And the others, they just got better as they went along. As it is with any time you practice what you're doing. So I thought maybe we'd put together a really fun mug. Here in Southern Illinois today, it's maybe 58 degrees right now. It's been raining off and on all day, a few storms in there. And yesterday it was in the 80s. So today's been good coffee, tea kind of day. And I guess that's maybe where I got the idea for the coffee mugs. So if you'd like to join us and paint some coffee mugs and just relax, we're going to do a technique called charging with our painting, and I'll show you how to do that, how to get it done. If you guys enjoy our videos, I say our, but it's really just me, hit that like and subscribe button, and I hope you have a great and fabulous Easter this year. Alrighty, I know a lot of people say they can't draw, they can't do this and that. To make a coffee mug, guys, super simple. What I'm going to do, basic shapes. Since coffee mugs come in so many different shapes, I'm not lying about that. Real basic, squarish shape. And then we're going to make an oval on the top, okay? And then a backwards C shape times 2 for the handle. Super simple. Now, before I paint, I am going to go through, I can see my lines. I'm going to erase the harsher lines, simply because we don't want them bleeding through our paint. Okay, but I can still see what I've done here. All right. So I'm going to mix up some phthalo blue and some of this, I think it's called Sleeping Beauty turquoise. I always want to say Cinderella. And I'm going to use a size 10 Princeton Neptune brush. And I'm just going to get some of that beautiful color and lay it down here on my coffee cup. And I've got quite a bit of water here on my brush. And you might ask why, and I was hoping you would. And that is simply to help keep my page wet. Because if it dries on me, we can't do the charging and drop in extra colors. Okay? So we want to keep it wet-ish. I know I went past my line. Does it have to be perfect? It's art, guys. Art is, thank God, subjective. Okay, so there's my little cup. I'm going to rinse my brush, and I'm going to drop in a little bit of yellow paint. And this technique, as you drop it in, is called charging. And you can see how it kind of gets absorbed by the other color that's there. I love doing that. I absolutely love it. It's fun. Super fun to do. Super fun to watch it happen. And then I'm going to go over here and paint my handle with a little bit of a darker color of that phthalo blue, or phthalo turquoise, sorry. Just to kind of give it that pop of color from everything else. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to randomly drop in that darker phthalo color, phthalo turquoise, just close to where that yellow is at, okay? I'm not going to try and center it anywhere else. Just, it kind of gives that highlight to our yellow a little, okay? Oh, you know what? I'm going to go up around this side of the mug with my darker color, and at the top as well. There we go. on my little oval. Now, before we do any coffee adding to this cute little mug, I might say, I'm going to dry it, because if I try to add some coffee into the center right now, or that brown color, it's just gonna all bleed together, and that would be totally ugly. No fun. Okay, so my mug is dry, and I want to go in and add some of my coffee color. And I'm picking a brown color to do this. I think it's transparent brown. Can't talk. And what I did, I went straight into the paint well and got total pigment there. And then I got my brush more wet, and I'm just taking that and spreading it around, because I don't want a totally diluted brown color. And I don't want a dark black coffee look either. I'm not a black coffee person. Now, if you talk to my husband, yeah, it's dark roast all the way. Now, I can take some of that and even put it darker around the edges, just dropping it in. I can do that, giving it maybe a steamy look to it. Okay. Are there any coffee houses left in America that still give tea or coffee mugs to drink out of rather than a styrofoam cup or something? Okay, so my coffee is in there. I need to dry it or let it dry, and I'm going to dry it. Alrighty, this is where I come in and I draw like that circle shape to kind of give it the cream has been added look. And I'm just making an oval spiral back and forth there. Now I could also add like a steamy look coming up if I wanted to. I could, draw that up to the surface and make the gray color come up to look like steam. I'm not going to do that right now, but I am going to take my Signo pen, and that's what I used before, was a white Signo ball pen. I absolutely love those. I'm going to take my black and outline my coffee mug to give it more definition. Okay. So it's more of a mixed media presentation than it is just watercolor. But anytime you can add marker or pen, I just think it makes your piece more inviting, more enjoyable. And for the artist, I don't know, it's not the same old thing every time you make it, okay? Now, what I also want to do is I want to put like my initial on here. And I thought, well, how am I going to do this without running it? Let's see. I could do a number of different colors, but since I use black to outline it, I have this new Faber-Castell, I don't know how to say that, pen, and I'm just going to put the letter F on my mug. So you can tell it's mine, and I'm going to love the look of that. Okay. So there is our coffee mug. And then one more thing we need to do. We need to give it a shadow, because things don't just hang out there in space. And how do you do a shadow? Simple, simple. We're going to take a color that we're already using, and I'm just going to run it underneath it real carefully. Something like that. Gives a little more definition to our coffee mug for the day. And we could take that same grayish color and make a spiral going up from the coffee being so warm, toasty. I don't know if I like that, and I might have just ruined my painting, but it is my painting. So there you go. There is our coffee mug for the day. Okay, so one last thing. Here I thought, the gray doesn't look so hot. And then I sat here thinking about it for a minute, not very long. And I thought, what if I make some swirls up here with my Signo pen? And voila, adding to that the steam coming up. Well, that's my take on it anyway. I hope you guys have a fabulous Easter, and I hope you guys make a coffee mug or any mug of your dreams. Thanks for stopping by.